Well, tonight we're going to discuss in a Facebook Live video, which is an honest conversation that's going to come up all the time now. In an era where people post a lot of raw data online and just constantly are bombarding us with snow potential, XX computer model is saying this, there is no way to avoid this anymore. There really isn't. I've done my best over the years to try to avoid some of this stuff, but there are people that will literally post raw data all the time with no explanation. So everywhere I've been going this week, I've been asked every single place, are we going to see any snowflakes later this week? I've seen the posts, so I figured that would be a good Facebook Live video tonight. I will mention, guys, we did a Facebook video last week, and if you recall, it didn't work well. So a bunch of people asked me, is our streak of 111 nights in a row above 1,000 shares alive? Yeah, it still is. So tonight we're going for 112 nights above 1,000 shares. If you guys can help me, I need you guys always on the support side of things. Basically, I need about 3 shares per person from everybody in here tonight, and we will easily get ourselves up over 1,000 shares. I'm going to throw out 2 shares myself, and then we're going to go through the data here tonight. And you know, there's obviously parts to this where people are going to be curious if it could cause any problems or anything like that. So I will discuss that. We'll discuss what some of the data is showing during our overnight hours, or excuse me, during the next couple of days. We'll talk about where computer models are good and bad in scenarios like this. And like I said, you know, it is my preference that we don't talk about this kind of stuff until it's guaranteed. And part of the reason is, you know, it's easy to just say this stuff. It's like an example. You know, it would be easy for me to say it's going to snow in New York this weekend, 2 feet of snow. And why? I don't live there. My viewers aren't from there. There's no consequences if I say that. I could say whatever I want. It's pretty easy. However, when you say something like that and you live in the area and people start to freak out, you know what? The truth of the matter is, yeah, you may gain some clicks. You may get some likes, you may get some more web hits, but in the end, I feel like we've got to stop using the word snow as a scare tactic or as clickbait. That's just the way it is nowadays. So anyways, you guys know this is one of my deep frustrations. Happens all the time, and I can't control it anymore. So what I've done at this point now is the second I start to feel the feedback from people starting to rise up, I normally start to address this stuff. So, like I said, I'm getting a ton of questions this week. People have told me where the information and the sources that it's coming from, so I know. But that said, I feel like it's time to address this one. So let me give one more share onto WDRB weather, and then we will jump into our discussion. So, bottom line tonight, the question is, will we see our first snowflakes of the year? Remember, guys, we're sitting at 111 nights above 1,000 shares. I would ask that you guys, as my partners in my Facebook video, please share the video if you can. I would like to get us to 112 nights above 1,000 shares. You guys are the only ones that can do that. You guys help me with that. Remember, if you share it about 3 times per person, we will easily get up over 1,000 shares. So let's kind of discuss where we are. Let's get ourselves oriented with the storm that we are talking about first. The storm that we are talking about right now is not within Kentuckiana. This storm system, for what it's worth, is in the western part of Canada. This will ride across the country, develop a low. It will pull across our area Friday into Saturday, and it will generate a precipitation shield. So the question then becomes, you know, with our temperatures crashing on Friday, is this something that could generate any snow showers in the area? Before we jump into that part of the discussion, I feel it is critically important to discuss what the pavement temperatures look like. Keep in mind these 30s are obviously wrong. Louisville does not have a pavement temperature of 22. But with that said, you can see a number of these other pavement temperatures. 63 near Litchfield, that one's a wrong one there. 63 near Shelbyville, 62, 63 as we go towards Evansville, near Munfordville around 60. So I want to be 100% clear. You're talking about something that would fall on 60-degree pavement. 60. Freezing is 32. So if we're talking about snowflakes, we are talking about virtually 0 potential that this causes any problems on any roadways anywhere. So the question then only becomes, could we see snowflakes? You won't need to get bread and milk unless you need bread and milk. You won't need to panic. You won't need to ask me, am I going to have school? You will have school. There is no question. You just need to know, are you going to see any snowflakes? That really is the entire question here. So let's look at the computer model that actually brought about, unfortunately, people starting to post raw data, and it turns into what it always does in winter, and that is the first time any computer model shows any snowflakes, we are then bombarded with it over and over. It will get shared 10 million times, and people will be like, I need to freak out. Let's talk. This is the NAM computer model on Friday. And I want to show you the NAM computer model on Friday, and this is at 7 p.m. And when you look at this data, what you can clearly see is that it is showing all rain at 7 p.m. What you will notice is there is an initial rain shield that is late afternoon into the evening on Friday. That precipitation then starts to back build as the jet stream starts to intensify. And what you can see is as of around 1 to 2 a.m., it is all rain. What you will notice is as we go towards 2 a.m., the NAM computer model generates this area of some snow mixing in with the rain. This was the run from this morning, showing 4 a.m. on Saturday. The run from this afternoon still shows it, but it shows it as a very, very tiny area. So what is actually happening here that's causing this transition over to some snow showers or some snowflakes mixing in? It is because the mid-level temperatures are starting to cool. What I can tell you guys is I have lived in this area for 13 years. And in that time, virtually no storm that had rain generally as the primary precipitation type and back edge transition to some snow has really ever done much in October. Secondly, the earliest that we have ever seen snow in Louisville is near Halloween. So if this was to be measurable snow, it would break the record for the earliest ever. The really obvious point of saying that is that history shows that these systems don't normally produce much problem. You will notice there are still a couple snow showers mixing in both of the NAM runs as we went towards Saturday at 7 a.m. But it really becomes important to note, is the NAM alone in indicating this? So let's look at the GFS computer model and its precipitation type. We're looking at around 2 a.m. on Saturday, and you will see it shows a consistent signal. Rain increasing late on Friday, rain continuing on Saturday night, and the system as we go towards Saturday morning, generally ending as all rain. So the GFS computer model shows absolutely nothing other than pure rain. Let's then go to the European computer model. What does it show? Noticing here is Louisville, Southern Indiana, our Kentucky counties. The European computer model does show a scenario that also shows at least some mixed precipitation mixing in. And the European by Saturday morning generally shows it all coming to an end. So if the question is, could we see any mixed precipitation on Friday night into Saturday morning, what we see within a number of the computer models is that there is indeed an opportunity to mix some in. At the same time, is there a concern that this would cause any issues whatsoever? And the answer is definitively and totally no. So we'll look at advanced track and look as we start off around midday on Friday. And what you'll notice is not much. It's an interesting day, though. Notice as this front cuts, the temperatures plummet behind the front. You can see Paoli by 3 p.m. is 42, and watch Louisville's temperature from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. It plummets. It drops basically around 10 to 15 degrees in a couple of hours. Now, at this point, it generally still looks like all rain. You'll notice as we go towards Friday night, our temperatures continue to slip. You see that back edge precipitation shield evolving and becoming a little larger as we go towards midnight. Advanced track does indeed show some snowflakes mixing in on the back edge of this system. what you'll notice is something that's actually rather interesting. And if you look at these temperatures, you notice behind the precipitation, it's actually warmer than it is where the precipitation is falling, which brings up a really interesting point if we are indeed to mix some snowflakes in. You would have to have an intense burst after midnight on Friday night to get some snowflakes to mix in. That is the only way. And what would happen is you would pull down what we call dynamic cooling, some of the cold air from aloft down towards the ground, and it could indeed help to briefly transition us over to some snowflakes as the system comes to an end. And you can see by Saturday morning, it is really cold. The blue, wind chill. The white are air temperatures. And I can't emphasize this enough. The cold will have a major impact on this weekend because this is really cold stuff for this time of the year. The wind chill in Louisville on Saturday morning is 26 with an air temperature of 34. It's 26 with an air temperature of 33 in Seymour, and it's 36 with a wind chill of 25 in Campbellsville. And if your question, this entire thing was, do I need to worry about my roads getting slick or anything like that on Saturday? The answer is no, no, and no. In an age where it's fun to post raw data rather than showing the whole thing, this is going to happen non-stop all winter long. And every single time it happens, I'm going to get equally irritated. But you know, what we're going to do is, our job and my job is to make sure that you guys get an accurate forecast. I care about nothing else. I will not use the chance of snowflakes as scare tactics or clickbait to get you guys to watch my newscast. I will not do it to cause an emotional response in you. I will not freak you out just because you guys, I know full well that the word snow panics people. My opinion is that your guys' feelings matter. I'm not going to panic my friends in my community that looks for reliable, accurate info. And the bottom line is, here, that's my thoughts. So I know that we're going to have a lot of questions on a scenario like this. So what I would like to do is spend some time on Q&A. And I want to spend a little bit extra time on this one because I know we're going to have a lot of questions on this. A couple things, guys. Help me get to 1,000 shares tonight for the 112th night in a row. The second thing is, I made it last night. Still, hashtag team holdout. There is zero probability that I will make it through the weekend without putting on my heat. It is going to be way too cold. I'm going to try to make it till Friday. If I can, then I'll probably make it until Saturday. Bottom line is team holdout, it's coming to an end. And next, I want to, like I said, give you guys some time for Q&A. After you guys share the video, at least 3 times per person. Let's aim for 5 per person. Let me know down below after you share 5 times so I can give you guys a shout out. Let's open it up to questions. Todd's asking, do I think we could see any sunshine? Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow, tons of sun. Friday, plenty of sun. Before midday, we'll lose that in the afternoon. Oh man, somebody said wedding night on Saturday night. Are you going to freeze your tail off? It is going to be really cold for that wedding outside on Saturday night. Somebody asked if his chance of snow flames. That will be attached to me as much as Mark with a C is attached to me for my whole career. Let me update you guys on where we are on our shares, by the way. 717. Guys, I need more shares. I need you to step on the gas. We need to get ourselves up over 1,000. Pam saying she is still team holdout with no heat on. Thumbs up, by the way, if you're still team holdout. Throw an angry face up if you are now on team caved in and turned on the heat. Amy's asking about how much snow are we looking at. So Amy, I'm guessing you're coming in late. But I will say it again because it's worth saying it again. Do I think we could see a snow accumulation? No. Do I think that you would be driving on snow? No. Do I think you need to go get bread and milk? No. Well, unless you need bread and milk. Do I think that this is going to be Snowmageddon? No. Do I think that this is snow my goodness? No. Is this snow MG? No. 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 But could you see some snowflakes? It is indeed possible after midnight. Danita saying she is still on team holdout. I like seeing that. Adrian with 5 shares. Thank you, Adrian. Paula's on team caved in. A lot of people up. We've got Michael on team holdout. Londa saying yes, go snow. Kaylee shared 5 times, thank you. Christy, I'm impressed, saying I still have the windows open. Randy saying I need bread. Randy, you then need to go get bread, not milk. You know, we joked about this once, but I was talking to Jude the other day, and I wonder. So there are chances some snowflakes on Friday night. I wonder if somebody sees me in the grocery store buying bread and took a picture of me and then posted it online, what would happen? Would people be like, hey, he's holding out. He's not giving us all the information. He knows something we don't. He wanted to get the bread and milk before we could get it. But it always kind of makes me laugh. I wonder what people think when they see me in the bread or the milk aisle if it's getting colder. Amy's saying she's already turned the heat on. Wah, wah, wah. Chris saying I would be asking for snow even at 70-degree weather. Dustin saying no furnace unless it's below 32. Angela's still on team holdout. Tracy, I appreciate that. 7 shares, thank you. Anybody here looking forward to winter, colder? Thumbs up. Is this great? Are you walking outside feeling, I can feel the colder air in my lungs. I love the way it feels. Or are you thinking, my winter coat's not ready. I didn't have my scarf out. Where are my gloves? I actually wore a winter coat today. It's justified. It's cold outside. Ava's asking, should she cover her palm trees tonight? Yes, yes. Karen's saying team caved in. She turned it on tonight. No heat in Du Bois County yet? Somebody said, Caleb said to give you a 5 if you saw me in the store. Caleb, I haven't seen you in a while, man. I hope you're doing well. Haven't been able to do Facebook videos. The reason, if you guys were wondering where I've been, Facebook went weird for about a week, and the Facebook videos wouldn't work. They are working again, so that's the reason I'm back, and you guys will see me the rest of the week. Thumbs up if you guys want more Facebook Live videos over the next couple of days. Bianca saying she's ready for the colder. Adrian saying she loves this time of the year. Michelle saying no, no, no on snow. Marty's saying that his girlfriend looks really cut in her hunting gear. That's great. I love that. Christy's saying, give me 100 and hot over any day over the cold. You know, I posted something the other day, and I asked people if I showed the snowfall totals from a year ago, which were really low. And I said, what do you want, more or less? And what you saw is there was a ton of people that said more, and there was a ton of people that said less, and there was nobody that was happy with what we got. And I said, now you see what my life is like as a meteorologist. And it's, people hate me if I forecast anything winter, and people love me if I forecast anything winter. And what I find is that no matter what I say, that it's going to cause people to love me and people to hate me, and that is hard. Winter is one of those things where it's a real love-hate relationship. The people that love it really do, and the people that hate it absolutely hate it. So it's hard. It's hard as a meteorologist this time of the year. Kaylee's asking my thoughts on snow this winter. Honestly, there's no way we see less snow than last year. That's my opinion. I think actually this is a decent candidate, in my opinion, to get above normal snow. So we haven't put out a winter forecast yet. We are indeed rummaging through it. We're talking about it. We'll probably put it out maybe in the next 2 weeks or so. But I do have an announcement I'll make here real quickly. Everybody knows that Jeremy Capel left on Sunday. Jeremy's a good friend of ours, and you know, I've worked with Jeremy for over 5 years. Jeremy went to Rochester because Jeremy got a chief meteorologist position there, and you know, Jeremy's a good, like I said, is a good friend of mine. And you know, we obviously wish Jeremy the best and all the luck in the world. And as chief meteorologist at WDRB, I would help him in any way I can. He's a good buddy of mine, but that obviously means that WDRB had an opening for a meteorologist, which of course has been filled because we knew. But what I want to tell you guys is that Hannah Strong is going to be our new weekend evening meteorologist. And what I want to ask you guys is, you guys are my weather peeps. You guys are great to me. You guys have always shown me and my team support and love. And what I would ask you guys to do is welcome Hannah. I'll post a little bit later in the week, but do me a favor, guys. Head over to Hannah's page. Tell her you're glad to have her here. Like her page. Hannah's great. She's a great meteorologist. Very, very skilled. I'm super happy to have her here. For all you guys that support me and my team so much, please make sure that you show her the same support, because I really, really always appreciate your guys' support. You guys are awesome. And I rave to everybody about you guys. So I'll post the link to her Facebook and her Twitter a little bit later in the week, and then just drop in and say hi and welcome her. Like I said, you guys will be seeing her on weekend nights and midday shows a couple days a week. The weekend nights will start this weekend. Jane is saying, turn on my furnace. Here's the thing. So what is this whole team holdout thing? Where did this whole thing come from? Let me explain what team holdout was all about. Like you, I hate opening the electric bill and the heat bill. I hate it. Every time it comes, I go like this. Let's just pretend this is my heat bill. So every time I get my heat bill in the mail, I go like this. Because I hate it. I hate looking in there. I hate feeling like I work really hard during the week and seeing this bill that I'm going to flush the money down the drain. And every year as we go towards fall, I think to myself, you know what? I work too hard to be flushing my money down the toilet. And so what I think is, you know what? I'm not going to turn my heat on for a while. I'm going to get to enjoy a raise. I'm not going to do it. And then I get a little bit of a lower bill, and I'm like, I love this. I love this. I can use money towards things I actually want to do instead of flushing it down the drain on an electric and heating bill. And then, of course, like everybody else, I take it too far, and by the end of fall, it's freezing. But I don't want to turn the heat on. So that's where this whole team holdout thing came from. You know, everybody doesn't want to flush their money down the drain. So that's the truth. That's the honest truth, is that as long as I can, I'm going to enjoy it. I want to take that money out of the bill, and I would prefer to put it in my pocket. So that is what team holdout to me is all about. Let me update you guys on where we are on our shares. We are up over 1,000. Looking at about 1,053. We've got 8 minutes left. Question. Got 333 people in here. You guys think we can make it up over 1,500 tonight? Thumbs up. I'm in. 1,500. I'm committed. I'm going to share it 2 more times. Thumbs up. Thumbs down, or angry face. I've already shared it so much, my Facebook friends are angry at me. I'm not sharing it anymore. Let's see if you guys can commit to 1,500 here tonight. Seeing a bunch of thumbs up going across the screen. I'm seeing a bunch of people saying I'm going to commit to making my Facebook friends angry. I like that attitude. I love it. Charlene saying, LOL, my husband opens up the LG&E bill. Kayla saying new share total. Nah, but maybe tonight. Why not? Like I said, Facebook hasn't been working lately, so I haven't been able to do a video. But let's throw down the gauntlet and let everybody know when we do a Facebook video, we throw out the numbers. Share from Noel, thank you. Christy saying we have a wood stove and an electric backup. You know, I've been in a number of homes that have the wood stoves, and my goodness, when those things are on, they blaze heat. Beth is saying, I'm in for 1,500. Share from Sheila, thank you. 10 more shares from Angela, thank you. Josh is saying my share button is broken. I love that response. Christy with 15 more shares. Caleb Rout with 2 more shares. Caleb, I remember when you said you wouldn't share it at all, and now you're sharing several times. You are sold. Somebody asked if the heat's on in the WDRB building. So, we have a large television studio. This is what it looks like actually where I work in every day. So what you notice is as you look up, we have a big studio. Since we have a large studio, it means that when we have these lights on, it gets warm in here. So actually, we have the air conditioning on in this part of the building a lot of the year because it gets hot in here. So the studio is normally a pretty cool place. Let me update you guys, by the way, on where we are on our shares. 5 minutes left in the video. 6 more shares from Beth. Thank you. Patrick with a share. Thank you. Randy's saying, so it's 3 inches of snow for Saturday. Randy, if that's what you heard, then my skill set as a communicator are terrible. Could you see a couple of snowflakes? Yeah. Could you mix in some snow showers? Yeah. Will you be driving on any snow? No. Do you need bread and milk? Not unless you need bread and milk. Is this a major storm? No. Is the hype machine going? Like it always is. Joyce with 10 more shares. Thank you. Caleb's moving back to the viewing area. Caleb, let me know if you're ever in town. I could try to meet you out somewhere. Somebody asking where WDRB is located. We are at 7th and Muhammad Ali. We're downtown. 15 more shares from Adrian. Thank you. A share from Laura. Thank you. Allison with 2 more shares. Thank you. I love my Facebook warriors on a nightly basis throwing down the shares. You guys are always awesome. Let's see where we are. 1340. All right, guys, 4 minutes left. You guys need 150 to 200 shares. Let's get it up over 1,500. If everybody shares it one more time, we're easily up over it. Let me tell you guys quickly what I'm going to be discussing on WDRB News at 10. And you're probably looking at your TV saying WDRB News at 10. Mark, the World Series is on. Yes. So what WDRB does is we go on to WMYO. What you need to do is right now click the guide button on your television. Find out where WMYO is. At 10 o'clock top of the hour, you click it over to WMYO. 10 o'clock top of the hour. Frost advisory in effect for our area tonight. Who's included? How cold? Whether you're going to be scraping in the morning. WDRB News 10 o'clock on WMYO. WDRB News at 10:22 again on WMYO. We're going to see a warm-up. Raise your hand. Thumbs up. Does 70 or near 70 sound good to you? I think we're going to make a run over 65. I think we're going to see 1 to 2 above normal days in the next week. When you get to enjoy that warmer on WDRB News at 10:22 on WMYO and WDRB News at 10:37. Remember, we're on WMYO. I'm going to be discussing Friday night into Saturday. Look, I'm going to be forthcoming. In the warm part of the day this weekend, our wind chills on some of the days may not get above 35, 37, that cold. Air temperatures in the 40s. An obvious question is, could we see any snowflakes with this? New data rolls in. I will update you on my thoughts on WDRB News at 10:37. So remember, tune in on WMYO for WDRB News at 10. The times you will flip over are 10, 10:22, and 10:37. I love when you guys support me on Facebook. I love it when you guys support me on TV. And I'm always forthcoming about the fact that I need you guys to support me on TV. That is indeed how I make a living, and that's how you guys keep me here. So let me update you on where we are on our shares. 2 minutes left in the video. Any other questions? Terrence saying, for those of us going to the UK game on Saturday night, Terrence, it's going to be cold. It's going to be windy. It is going to be cold. I think most of the precipitation ends. So that said, I would dress for a full-on winter game. I would dress with a winter coat. I would dress with layers. I would wear a winter hat. And I would wear winter gloves. I'm going to tell you something. You will be glad if you did. It is going to be a cold Tennessee versus UK on Saturday for that 7:30 first kick. It is really going to be chilly. 60 seconds left on the video, guys. Share away. Let's get ourselves over 1,500. Sandy with a share. Thank you. Ray is asking about the Halloween outlook. Ray, looks a little cooler. I'll give you an update on WDRB News at 10:37. Actually, 10:22 and 10:37 on MYO. Kelsey's asking, high chance of snow mixing in. As far as snow that could impact, there is 0 probability. Could we see some snowflakes mixing in on Friday night? It is possible. Patrick's asking about snow chance on Halloween. No. Will we have a white Christmas? No way to forecast 2 months into the future. Alan's saying I'm moving to the tropics. All right, guys, we've got 20 seconds left on the Facebook video. Let me give you a last quick update on where we stand on our shares. Remember, I want to be forthcoming. You don't need to get bread and milk. You're probably going to see this posted like crazy peeps online. You know if they're posting raw data. You know their motivation. If they're posting multiple stuff, if they're giving you context, it's probably somebody that actually cares about you and your feelings. If not, they're probably looking for likes, shares, and it's what we call scare tactics. Do not fall victim to scare tactics. It seems to be the cool thing nowadays. It really does, sadly. Shares on where we stand. Our goal tonight was 1,000. It became 1,500 because you guys are so awesome. And 1,621. That is awesome. 1,621 likes, guys. 112 nights above 1,000 shares. 112 nights in a row. It has been since January. That is insane. You guys are awesome. We're going to make it into a new year. What I'd like to say is by December 31st, and then as we go towards January, what I want to say is every single day we did a Facebook video last year, we were above 1,000 shares. Seriously. Wouldn't that be pretty cool to say? Remember, guys, you can continue to like and love the video even after it comes to an end. I'm going to rest my voice for a little while, and I'll see you guys on WDRB News at 10, 10:22, and 10:37. Remember, I need you guys to flip over to WMYO for tonight. See you guys at 10.